Hello. What is the vision behind Tantra? Well, the vision is this. You are the consciousness that creates everything, projecting everything within yourself. And that is the ultimate bliss. Why are you creating all this? Just out of your bliss. You self-project and then you take everything back into yourself. And this cycling is the very life of what you are, of consciousness. But you will ask, wait a second, I'm not creating everything. Yes, I am creating by my imagination. I can choose to see, hear, or rather to imagine a pink elephant. But if I'm looking at this green apple in front of me, I'm not creating it because I'm not choosing its color. If it's green and I want it to be red, well, it remains green. I can't choose most of things. So how can Tantra say that I'm creating or projecting everything? Well, it says so because, you see, you're not only creating everything. You have that power, yes, indeed, but this is not your only power. You have other powers because you're made up of powers, the so-called Shakti. And among those powers, one is very important to explain your present situation. And that power is called in Sanskrit apohana. Apohana means excluding. It is the very power that allows you now to hear those words while excluding all the other sounds. In other words, apohana is the power to focus. Imagine you're in a room, in a restaurant, crowded, and there are many conversations going on, but you want to listen to what the person in front of you is saying. Well, there you have to focus a lot. That is, you have to exclude lots of things, lots of noises, to select, to discriminate. But doing so, you can say that you have to forget all that does not matter to the discussion in hand, to focus, to concentrate, to become sharp on something, what is relevant here and now, means to forget everything else. That is why when you're focused on something, you can very well forget the cake you have in the oven or an important rendezvous that you have also. So you have those two powers. You can create, and this is what is perceiving. Perceiving is to create. But at the same time, you have the power to forget. That is, you are universal, boundless consciousness. But you have that power to forget who you are and what you are, that you are infinite. You have the power to concentrate, that is, to contract yourself in this incarnation, in the person that you believe yourself to be now. And that is why you're very happy at times, because you're boundless, you're immortal, you're all-powerful, you're one with the very source of the universe. But at the same time, you have forgotten this. You have forgotten. You are excluding your own fullness to contract as if you were the ocean and you want to fit in a single drop. It's quite hard. That's why you feel very happy at times, and at other times, or even at the same time, you're feeling unease. And that manifests in all sorts of ways in daily life. You're not satisfied, you're lacking something, because you're the ocean trying to fit in a drop. But you have to remember that power of forgetting, contracting, is also the power to focus, to select, that allows you to live this individual life. Without this Shakti, without this power, individual life, individual existence would not be possible. So, in other words, our life is a tragedy. We have both. We are infinite, but we forgot it, and we chose to pay that price in order to live this very individual, limited life. And now, Tantra knowledge is that knowledge which will allow you to remember who you really are and to come back to fullness. But there is a little plus here in the Tantra journey. It is that you can go back to fullness, or rather recognize here and now the fullness you've been all along, while at the same time, very important expression in Tantra, at the same time, while at the same time remain incarnate in this body. You can be both out of the body into fullness and in this body into human relationships. That is what Tantra calls in Sanskrit Jivan Mukti. You can be both free, mukta, and alive, incarnate in a body, embodied in an individual, unique body and personality. Jivan, living freedom. This is the vision of Tantra. So, to summarize, you are fullness who has the power to create everything, but you have the power as well to forget this. And this is why now you feel that you're powerless, you're not creating most of things. But in reality, you're creating, but at the same time, every instant, you forget you create. You convince yourself that you're not creating everything, but that you're just registering things that exist independent of you. And that game, because this is all a game, that game that you play is for living individual existence, that unique experience. And the promise of Tantra is to bring you back to your mind, to your fullness, to your real natural state, while remaining an individual, contracted and uncontracted, to have both. And this is called the heart of the yogini, because it is both contracting and expanding, like a heart beating. So this is the Tantra vision. This is the invitation of Tantra. And this is what I offer you to discover together. So hope to hear from you soon. And in between, enjoy life.